So we've started in shrink sleeves over 15 years ago. That's brought us a lot of personal experience. The nice part of that experience is we can help new customers that's never been exposed to shrink sleeves. A lot of they may have been on labels, now they want to convert to a shrink sleeve. So we can bring into our pre-press department, we can actually have a CAD program where we can take customers' art, lay it on their bottle. We can scan a bottle in and put that sleeve right on a bottle so they can see it prior to ever printing. They can kind of get an idea what it would look like on a shelf for display. So we can bring value to a customer from that aspect and then kind of help guide them in maybe some materials that they may want to use in that process. So in that process of pre-press, some of the biggest issues that you have with shrink sleeve is it's morphing over a container. And the more that container has shape and form, the more morphing that's going to be required. So as we go through the development of design with our customers, they can actually see how much their art is morphing. So sometimes they have to distort their art. So when it actually shrinks to a bottle, it conforms to it and looks normal to the natural eye. So on the press level, when we're doing a shrink sleeve, of course, during that process of setting the job up, samples are pulled off. It's looked at, the colors are monitored, make sure we're within a certain delta of the color. They're also looking for registration or any flaws that may be coming out in the printing process. We also do tape pulls to make sure the ink is adhering to the film. At the press level, you can run into problems if the ink does not cure to the film. And some ways we check that is through a tape pull that we can pull that off, and if the ink lifts off, then you know you don't have good adherence to that ink to the film material. Probably the biggest concern you'd have in the seaming area is that you're not getting a good seam where the seams blow apart and stuff. So we take retains off every roll, we double check it and make sure that it's meeting our quality standard before we ship it. When it comes to shipping shrink sleeves, you got to be careful because if the temperature hits 120 degrees, your material will start shrinking. So we'll take extra care. If we know it's going in the summertime or it's going to sit over a weekend, we make sure we insulate our boxes. But we try not to ship over a weekend. We don't want our product just sitting in a trailer under those conditions because we have no control over that. I think the biggest thing on shrink sleeves is it gives people the ability to have 360-degree marketing. Where labels, you don't really get that. I mean, you can go from the top of your bottle to the bottom of your bottle, and you can have your branding across the whole label itself.